The next card you have is your distant past. So over the past few years, generally, long distance past. It could even be childhood past. And you have the Three of Cups. And this is immediately about fun and partying and having a good time. And I read this for anybody looking to reconcile and anybody who's single together. And this says, look, you've met really good people. You may have had decent relationships, but it was all based on things that were not concrete or things that you don't want now. This is, going out and having a good time. Maybe this was in your 20s and you were hitting the bars a lot. And that's just not something conceivable to you now. Maybe you're 30 or 40 and you're going, hey, I'm looking for something more. I want children. And so this is definitely saying that you've had good times in the past. You've met decent people. You've met people that may have even been healthy for you, but you guys weren't in the same position, or you were in the same position, which was doing things that were fun and just having a good time. It was one big celebration, one big party. And now it's kind of like a lot of you are going, okay, I have finances, I have kids, I have pets, I have people depending on me at work. And you want to remember the good times, and you want to be able to go back to the times when you laughed with your boyfriend or girlfriend or laughed with your significant other, instead of it always being about work or something serious, like when are we going to move in together and when are we going to, and so it's hard because I feel like Cancer, you're flip-flopping back and forth this month. You're kind of remembering, it was fun to have people to spend time with and go on new adventures with and try new restaurants and all that. And you can still do that with a partner, but I think a lot of you have almost felt like it's either or, like you're either meeting people who are very serious and, they're looking to settle down, get married, have kids, and that's the one-way street, or you're meeting the people who are like, let's party, let's party, let's party. And you're kind of like, I'm looking for something even keel. I want to have fun. I want to try new restaurants. I want to try cooking new recipes, but I am not looking to party every night. I want a good night's sleep. I want to take care of myself. And it's time now that you start focusing on that. And this may be good and bad. This is reminding you, hey, enjoy and have fun. There's nothing wrong with indulging or doing certain things that you're going to like taking little adventures. But at the same time, you may be tired of that. You may be like, no, I really want this. I really want something steady and stable in my life. The next card you have is your immediate past. So over the past 2 weeks, in the past month or so. And this is the Magician. So this is immediately telling me if you're single, you know that you have this capability because the Magician can do and get whatever he or she wants. And so you wanting this, it's there and it's for your taking. But you have to be self-aware on how you're going to get it. You have to put out in the universe what you want. It's like I always say, right? If you put it in the universe that you just want to have a physical relationship, a fun time, get together once a week, once every other week, that's what you're going to get back. If you put it in the universe and take some time and make some changes and sacrifice the fact that it may be a numbers game and it may take you a while to get there, because it really is a numbers game and it is about finding the right person, but it's there. What's strange is it's like I point at this, and as I move, I get this like oof, that I just got the chills, like that. How your stomach turns, but not in a bad way, like in a like a butterfly's, like it's coming. It's weird. I said that to I think it was Virgo, where I think they got like the 9 of Swords or something here, and it was like they've been feeling anxious because they know something's coming, but not in a bad way, in a very good way. The Magician being here is one of my favorite cards. This is saying if you're single, that you're going to start making the connections if you haven't already. In the past, you've been able to make connections and you're able to be versatile, but also have a little more control and find somebody a little more stable. So this is saying the past 2 weeks, past month or so, you're gearing up towards that. Maybe you are just working on yourself, eating healthier, going to the gym. Maybe you're just enjoying your own company. And there's nothing wrong with that. And that may be why you're coming back in this month saying, okay, I'd like to meet somebody, but this online dating crap is not working for me. Or doing this, that, and the other is not working for me. It can be depressing. It can be hard. I don't have a lot of time, whatever it is. This is you saying the past few weeks, you know what? I'm just going to enjoy reading a book. I'm going to enjoy binge watching a season on Netflix. I'm going to enjoy doing this, that, or the other, whatever you want. And now you're saying, okay, I feel good from the inside out. I'm working on feeling good from the inside out. So somebody's going to be damn lucky to have me in their life. And that's the past few weeks, past month or so. I feel like you really are, whether it's just changing eating habits or sleeping habits, or, spending more time with your kids, relishing in the fact that they're not going to be kids for very long. Those types of things. Cancer feels like you've been kind of just taking a little time for yourself, which is really freaking good. Really good. If you're looking to reconcile, this is saying you kind of control the situation. So it does tell me that if they come in contact with you, you basically have the control. And this tells me that a lot of you are like, I'm not contacting them. So if they're going to contact me, then they will. But it's like I've told a lot of signs this month, because if you want to be with somebody, if you're watching this and you want to reconcile with somebody, you may have to make the first move. And I know, because every sign tells me, but I didn't, and they did it, and I tried, and I get it. But then you have another option, which is to move on. And I think that that connection is too strong right now to move on. And that's why you're not. But if you're not, you can either sit and pine and wonder what it would be like to do something about it, or actually do it. My thing is, and easier said than done, I understand completely, but my thing is, until they're like, I will never be with you again, I want nothing to do with you ever, then maybe take the initiative to try one last time. And I always get people who hate it when I say that kind of stuff, but it's the truth. It is the truth. If you're watching a video because you really care about that person and you really love them and have that connection, which I have done myself plenty of times, then the worst that could happen is they say no. And you're already without them now anyways, right? The next card you have is your distant future. So over the next few months, through the end of the year, and you have the 9 of coins or 9 of pentacles. So the 9 of coins is all about abundance. It's all about satisfaction. It's accomplishing what you want. So I'm going to say immediately, if you're single, and even if you're looking to reconcile, there's something about your finances here. Things have been crazy with finances, very crazy. I don't know why that just rang clear here, but things have been but this is like a new job. This is maybe like getting Christmas money from somebody, getting some sort of holiday blessing, if that's something you celebrate, whatever. It doesn't have to be Christmas, but for somebody, there's some big Christmas blessing coming. I don't know what it is, but you may not even know what it is until 2 months down the road, but somebody, I don't know. But anyways, my point is, Cancer, something with this card right now is telling me work's going to ease up. You're going to get a new job. You're going to accomplish something. You're going to become successful in something. Maybe you have a craft business on the side. I don't know what it is, but you're going to become successful in something over the next few months, not pertaining to love. All right. So now kicking it into love. If you're single, this is saying you're going to have an abundance of suitors who want this, who want the opportunity, who want the new beginnings just like you do. They don't want this. They don't want the parties. They don't want this going on, but you guys will connect on this level that you've been wanting to, but you have to connect with yourself. And some of you may come into this month still connecting with yourself. That's why you're hanging yourself out to dry, saying, look, I'm here, universe. I am sacrificing. I am self-aware. What do you need from me for me to get this and not get this? And that's what you're working on, Cancer. And it's very positive. It looks really good. This is saying you will get it. Don't worry, you will get it. And some of you are worried about a lot of things, not just love. And some of it's paranoid because the moon, and I'm not saying paranoid like you're crazy. I'm saying paranoid how we always imagine our problems are worse than they are. Not always, but I know, okay, personally, if I think something is pretty bad, it's always a mountain. It's never a molehill. It's always a mountain, right? And that, I think that's kind of a typical water sign view, is doomsday to a certain extent. What? And not dramatic. Not like you're dramatic or being drama. It's just more we care. We care about our kids. We care about our life. We care about our finances. We want to be able to, love people. And so when things are off kilter, it can make us feel pretty extreme. So this 9 is saying, don't worry about it, Cancer. Things are coming to a close at the end of this year on a positive note, and hopefully open positively. We'll see what the reads say for December and then going into January. But this is very good because overall this says you're going to have an abundance of suitors come your way, but you're going to narrow it down to 1 or 2. In fact, you're not going to. This accomplishment and success coming into this is saying the universe is going to narrow it down. You're coming in saying, all right, universe, you take the wheel And here the universe is saying, I will, and I'm going to show you. If you're looking to reconcile, this is either accomplishing a feat of calling your ex or getting in contact with your ex. I feel like this is a step in a new direction. So either you're going to reconcile, or you're all of a sudden going to like break free from the chain and be like, no, I decided to kind of go in an opposite direction, and I got everything I wanted because I wasn't tied down to this negative, even if it's negative in your own and not necessarily the person, but somewhere you're going to get some sort of communication. And I just feel like, I'm going to be completely honest, I feel like you're going to be satisfied on your own. I feel like you're going to be like, you know what, I've been there, I've done this. However, this Christmas thing or blessing or whatever I'm talking about, it could be a Jewish blessing, a Hanukkah blessing, it could be whatever, it doesn't have to be any particular, but it could be that's the key to you and your ex getting back together. Maybe you were going to get engaged during holidays and it didn't happen, and it's going to be spontaneous and it's going to happen. There's two ways this could go, Cancer, but I feel like it's either going to go one or the other. Obviously, I know that's the only way, but no, I mean, sometimes it flitters, and sometimes you think you're getting back together and there's communication and then it wavers or whatever. I think for Cancer this month, it's either going to be cut and dry. The next card you have is your immediate future. So over the next few weeks and throughout November. Cancer, what are you worried about? So here you're spending all this time working on yourself, getting your stuff together. You know what you want, but you got this fear. And that's what this is saying. This is saying, the 9 is saying, look, you're worried. You've got this gut. It's coming in. It's like I said with this Magician, almost that stomach roll, but it's like not because something negative is happening. It's because something positive is coming your way, and you just know it. You have that gut. Like, what is it? I can feel it around the corner, but it's not negative. I don't feel like it's somebody's like, losing everything they own. I feel like it's almost nail biting. If you're looking to reconcile, I'm going to start with you. This is saying maybe you're going to put out some communication and you're like anxiously awaiting what they're going to say. But if you don't hear from them, don't introvert. Don't all of a sudden like decide that everything's horrible and you didn't hear from them because they want nothing to do with you. That has nothing to do with it. Just wait it out. You've got to be patient. You can't let like your own emotions and feelings make you feel like things are there or happening that aren't there and aren't happening. If you're single and you're looking, I feel like you're going to meet somebody, 1 or 2 people, and you're going to be like, hey, okay, now I'm really nervous. Or maybe because you're changing the way you're doing it, or because you're going into dating in a whole different direction. You're trying something new, or again, you've come into your own, so you're approaching it totally different. You're approaching it kind of like, hey, I'm worthy, and you're not going to just latch on to the first person who notices you or give anybody a chance. You're really holding out for somebody good, and now you're feeling nervous because you're like, wow, I might actually meet somebody good. I think that because of the self changes that you're going to make and that you've been making, you're going to notice people reacting to you differently, and you're going to be like, whoa, I don't even know what to do with this. Like, people are treating me really well, and I don't have to make all the effort to make this happen. Like, other people are making an effort too. It's amazing, Cancer. Like, what happens when you believe in yourself? So, and if you're looking to reconcile, I think that, again, if you contact them or they contact you, don't be too nervous, because in the end, you'll get this. Now, I'm going to tell you the 9s. Anytime I see your distant future and your immediate future with the same number, I always assume the 9 means something. And another sign, I would say Gemini, but I don't remember, so don't quote me on that. Another sign got 9s here, so 9s are prevalent this month for a few signs, but the 9th of November, 9 days, 9 weeks, the 9th of December, something corresponds with a 9 here. I don't know, you're going to get some sort of sign with a 9, or maybe the person you meet is born on the 9th, or is 29 or 39 or 49. The next card you have is any external factors coming up throughout the month. Anything, it could be the beginning, the middle, and the end of the month, but anything that you kind of need to be aware of externally. And you have the 8 of Swords. So the 8 of Swords is about confusing yourself, imprisoning yourself. So here again, you've got these cards where you're feeling fear, but it's almost like created on your own. It's an illusion of fear. So it's you And it's self-doubt. So don't go back to this. Whatever you've been doing to work on yourself, keep away from this 8, because you've got this. I just have this feeling, Cancer, that you've got this. But this is you confusing yourself, tripping yourself up. So maybe you happen to meet somebody, if you're single, and they tell you, oh yeah, this is what I want. And then you spend some time with them and you realize it's not. Yes, you're still going to meet people who are probably disingenuine, or who pulling your leg, who only want the physical, etc. But you're going to catch it quicker, and you're going to dismiss it quicker. Before, you may have been like, oh no, he or she really likes me. They're just acting like that today. Or like there might have been a reason, because you don't want to doubt people, because Cancers are sincere and they want people who are genuine in their life. But you're not going to take it. You're going to be like, nope, nope, not going to have it. And isn't that interesting? I just noticed this. All of the cards have the moon, because it's called the Deviant Moon Tarot. But this card in particular has the moon, the full moon, which these aren't even the same deck. So there's something here too. And to go even further, there may be something to do with the moon. Like, I don't know, maybe you see a full moon, or you talk about the moon, or somebody has a moon tattoo. I had a sign that had sun, and I said something about the sun, and I didn't even say tattoo. And like 2 people commented, somebody emailed me personally saying, hey, I have a sun tattoo. So I don't know, maybe you're going to meet somebody with a moon tattoo. Somewhere a moon's going to come in. But anyways, if you're single, don't do the self-doubt. Keep up the momentum of you having the ability. Know that the universe is saying everything's going to be okay. Maybe finances are going to be out of whack, and so you're going to be like moody or temperamental. Whatever it is, you're going to bring yourself out of. I don't believe, but this is all self-induced. This is self-imprisonment. This is so don't go back to this. Don't revert to these. Just don't. If you're looking to reconcile, this is you doubting what you can do, and you may feel like you're imprisoned or like confused about the situation. I feel like Cancer, you really need to just put everything on the table and say, hey, and you have the control, right? It's interesting because you have confusion and control, because both of these cards, these are about illusions, fear, and confusion, but these are about control. And so Cancer, like, the ball's in your court. Control. If you want this person back, put all your effort into getting them back. If they come to you and they want you back, put all your effort into seeing if it's what you want. And if you don't, control the situation, cut it off, and be done with it. Easier said than done. I've said that 3 times. I get it, but it's true. The next card you have is any internal factors you have throughout the month of November. Could be beginning, middle, end. It could be the entire month or only a part. Right here, you have Ace of Coins coming in and the Ace of Cups during. And the Ace of Cups is you showing up as a Cancer, because it's cup and you're a water sign. The Ace of Cups is saying this is what you want. You want beginnings, friendship, love, excitement, butterflies in your stomach, romance. This is what you want, and this is what you're going to get. They coincide very well. It's very interesting too, because you have coins and then you have yourself showing up. So maybe it's a Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus that you're going to be dealing with, an earth sign, because you have, again, the coins here. You do have the swords, but these are almost like anxious cards, and so I don't know if that's it. But then you have the cup showing up here, which is yourself. This is your past and this is your present. So if you're single, you are dreaming about friends, potential, new beginnings, opportunity. That's what you want, and that's what you're on track to find. Again, you could find this person the 9th of the month, in 9 days, in 9 weeks. If you're looking to reconcile, you too want this. So don't deny this of yourself. If there's any doubt, even if they come back and they're like, hey, this, and this, and you don't believe it, and it's true, it's not like illusions or anything you're being paranoid about, then walk away. That might be what you have to do. You may just have to walk away. The next 2 cards you have are your hopes and fears for the outcome of the month of November. And you have the Knight of Cups, and then your actual outcome for November. And you have the Queen of Cups. So you are all over this read. Cancer, you're showing up as yourself. And Sagittarius did that yesterday, almost a little more than you did. They're almost their entire read was fire signs. And you have plenty of cups here. And you have good cups, because now you have the Knight and the Queen. And then your past is the party, 3 celebratory, just hanging out, having a good time. All right, the Knight of Cups is what you want. So again, this is dreaming, this is romantic, this is fanciful. You know what you want. You know exactly what you want, and you know how to get it now. And you know how to make yourself better in order to achieve that. So the Knight is saying, look, I don't want to hold this cup on myself anymore. I want to meet somebody. I want to meet somebody amazing. And I'm not going to doubt it. I'm going to be self-aware, and I'm going to continue with making changes and sacrifices in myself, and then connecting with the right people on the right level. And I think if you're single, that's exactly what you're going to be doing. And then you're moving up a level and becoming the queen. But if you're looking to reconcile, the Knight of Cups is saying, look, don't be too dreamy or too romantic or too fanciful if you're not getting the straight story. If you're not getting the straight story and you're feeling anxious about it, you got to get the straight story. You've got to see things clearly, or I would cut it off. Because this anxious for you, looking to reconcile, is the more anxious, like, oh, is everything going to work out? Or does he still like me? Do I still like him? Is there a possibility? And if you're single, that's more of a like, I can't wait to see what's coming next, but I'm nervous because I haven't had much luck. And I think if you're looking to reconcile, you really have to understand that if you still feel like you're not getting the straight story, you still feel like you're imprisoned by truths not being told, then you need to just be done with it. The Queen of Cups being your outcome, I may have already shown that to you, I don't remember. The Queen of Cups is beautiful. So the Queen of Cups is somebody who is mysterious. There's opportunity here, but there's otherness. Because the Queen, if you're single, this is saying somebody is guiding you more than yourself. You know that. You feel it coming. That's why you have this card here. This is where you're going to get, and that's why you've been acting like the magician. You're just letting things happen. You're taking care of yourself mentally, physically. And I'm not saying you're going out and running a marathon, but you're understanding what's good for you on levels higher than what you've known before. And again, you're letting somebody else take the wheel. And that's how I felt like you came into the month, and you're going to exit the month that way, but you're going to exit the month that way in an otherness. The Queen of Cups is a superior being. It's an otherness. It's a spirituality on a higher level. It's understanding the universe. And I think Cancer, for the first time in a long time, you're going to understand the universe. I know that sounds crazy, but there's going to be signs. There's going to be energies. There's going to be smells. There's going to be colors. There's going to be something going on where things are just going to push you in the direction, if you pay attention, to here. They're really going to push you to this love, new beginnings, opportunities. Do I think you're going to meet them this month? 9 weeks, which is also, well, no, that's 9 months. I was going to say about having a baby, but this right here is what you fully want, genuinely want, and that's what you're putting in the universe, and it's super important. And I think that you'll be able to get it, but it's going to be something just bigger and greater than yourself. When it happens, it's going to happen, and you're just not going to have any control over it.